Have you ever caught yourself looking in the mirror and thinking, when did I start looking so tired? Or maybe you've noticed that your energy just isn't what it used to be, even after a full night's sleep. You're eating the same foods, living the same way, but something just feels off. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Aging isn't just about getting older. Sometimes, it feels like your body is speeding up the process without your permission. But here's the good news: aging doesn't have to mean decline. In fact, there are hidden causes, little everyday things, that may be aging you faster than necessary. And the best part? You can start changing them today. You don't need fancy supplements or expensive treatments. Just a few small adjustments that can help you feel stronger, sharper, and more alive after 70 than you did at 60. So today, we're talking about 5 hidden causes of aging that often sneak under the radar. You might not even realize they're draining your energy or making you feel older than you are. But once you do, you can take back control. Let's get right into it. Let me ask you something. Have you ever spent a whole day sitting around, watching TV or just resting, and still felt exhausted by evening? That leads us to the first hidden cause of aging: inactivity disguised as rest. It's a tricky one. We're told to take it easy as we get older, and yes, rest is important, but here's the thing. Too much rest, especially when it means sitting or lying down for most of the day, actually wears your body down faster. Our muscles need movement. Our joints crave motion. When you sit for long stretches, your circulation slows, your muscles weaken, and your energy dips lower and lower. You start to feel stiff, achy, and tired, even if you've technically been resting all day. Now, I'm not saying you need to run a marathon. Not at all. But just getting up every hour to stretch, walk around the house, or do a few light movements can wake up your body and your mind. Even 5 or 10 minutes of gentle movement can reset your energy and improve your circulation. Try marching in place during commercial breaks, doing some light stretches when you wake up, or taking a stroll after dinner. These little bursts of movement act like oil for your joints, and they tell your body, hey, we're still in this together. Now, let's talk about the second sneaky cause of premature aging: chronic dehydration. You've probably heard the advice to drink more water a million times, but hear me out, this one is especially important after 60. As we age, our sense of thirst actually becomes less reliable. That means you might not feel thirsty, even when your body desperately needs fluids. And when you're dehydrated, everything slows down: your digestion, your metabolism, your ability to think clearly. Your skin gets dry and dull, your joints ache more, and you may feel more tired than usual. What makes this one so tricky is that it's easy to overlook. You might think you're drinking enough because you have a cup of coffee or tea in the morning. But caffeine can actually dehydrate you. And if you're not consciously sipping water throughout the day, chances are you're running low. A simple trick that works wonders: keep a water bottle within arm's reach at all times. If plain water feels boring, add a slice of lemon or cucumber. You can also get hydration from things like watermelon, cucumbers, or soup, but plain water is still your best friend. Try setting a goal of drinking a small glass of water every 2 hours. You don't have to chug it all at once, just stay consistently hydrated. Within a few days, you might notice your energy picking up, your skin looking healthier, and your mind feeling clearer. Alright, now let's get into one that might surprise you. The third hidden cause of aging is something many people never think twice about, but it can have a huge impact on how you feel and function day to day. It's negative self-talk, the quiet, constant messages we tell ourselves without even realizing it. Things like, I'm too old to try that, or my memory isn't what it used to be, I'm just getting old, or even, there's no point in trying to change now. These thoughts might feel harmless, but they shape how we move through the world. When we believe we're too old, we stop trying. When we believe decline is inevitable, we stop fighting it. And slowly, without realizing it, we age faster, not because of time, but because of belief. Your mindset matters more than you think. Studies have actually shown that people with a positive view of aging live longer, recover faster from illness, and stay more active and independent. So the next time you catch yourself saying, I can't, try swapping it with "I'll try" or "let's see how it goes." It's not about pretending you're 25, it's about refusing to let a number limit what you believe is possible. And here's something else to remember: growth doesn't stop after 70. You can still learn new things, take on new habits, and improve your health at any age. So instead of saying, "I'm too old," how about, "Now's the perfect time"? Give yourself permission to start again. Every single day is a chance to get stronger, sharper, and more alive than yesterday. Now that we've looked at how inactivity, dehydration, and self-talk can quietly age us faster, let's keep going. Because once you spot these patterns, you can change them, and that's where the power lies. It's incredible how much of our aging process happens not just in our bodies, but in our habits and mindset. Once you start noticing those small, silent ways that aging speeds up, like too much sitting, not drinking enough water, or even the quiet voice of self-doubt, you start to realize just how much control you still have. And that's empowering. Because what you change today, you'll feel tomorrow. Now, let's keep going. The next hidden cause of aging might be sitting on your plate right now, or worse, hiding in your pantry. I'm talking about too much processed sugar. And no, this doesn't mean you can never enjoy a slice of cake at a birthday party or a piece of chocolate after dinner. But sugar has a sneaky way of creeping into our daily diets, especially in foods we don't think of as sweet, like bread, pasta sauce, crackers, and even salad dressings. Here's the issue: after 60, your body becomes much more sensitive to sugar spikes. Excess sugar can lead to inflammation, which is one of the biggest drivers of aging. Inflammation wears down your joints, clouds your thinking, and even affects how well your skin looks and heals. It's like adding fuel to a slow-burning fire inside the body, and over time, that fire leaves a mark. And sugar doesn't just affect the body, it messes with the brain, too. You might notice more brain fog, slower recall, or even mood swings that seem to come out of nowhere. So what can you do about it? Start small. Begin reading food labels, not to obsess over every ingredient, but just to become more aware of where sugar is hiding. Look out for words like corn syrup, fructose, glucose, and anything ending in ose. Try swapping out your usual snacks for options that are naturally sweet but also give you something back, like berries, apples, or a small square of dark chocolate. If your morning starts with sweet cereal or sugary coffee, try shifting to something more stable, like oatmeal with cinnamon and nuts or eggs with avocado toast. The goal isn't perfection, it's balance. Give your body the kind of fuel that keeps you energized and clear-headed, not the kind that burns out fast and leaves you feeling worse than before. Because when your blood sugar is steady, your mood is better, your brain works faster, and your energy lasts longer. That's not just healthy eating, that's anti-aging in action. Now, let's talk about something most people never associate with aging, but it plays a huge role. It's something that touches every part of our life, and when it's missing, we feel it everywhere. I'm talking about lack of meaningful connection. Not just being around people, but actually feeling connected. Feeling heard, valued, and seen. You can be in a room full of people and still feel lonely. You can have grown kids who call once a week and still feel like something's missing. And when that sense of connection fades, so does a part of us. Research shows that chronic loneliness is just as harmful to your health as smoking or obesity. It raises your risk for heart disease, memory loss, depression, and even premature death. But connection, real connection, is protective. It keeps your brain young, your heart full, and your spirit strong. Here's the beautiful part: connection doesn't have to come in the form of a big social life or dozens of friends. One deep conversation. One shared laugh. One moment of being truly present with someone, that's enough to light something up inside you. So how do you invite more of that into your life? Maybe you start by calling someone you haven't talked to in a while, just to say hello. Maybe you join a local walking group or take a class where you can meet people with similar interests. If mobility or distance is a challenge, maybe it's joining an online group or even writing letters or emails to stay close to people who matter. And don't forget, you can be the one to create connection for someone else, too. A smile, a kind word, a question like, "How are you really doing?" can go a long way for both of you. Sometimes the most healing thing we can do isn't to fix our body, but to feed our spirit. Because aging doesn't just happen in the mirror, it happens when we stop feeling like we matter. And I promise you this, you matter. Your presence, your experience, your voice, those are all gifts. And someone out there needs exactly what you have to offer. So, as we peel back the layers of these hidden causes of aging, we start to see that it's not always about the obvious things. It's the small, silent patterns that wear us down over time. But once you notice them, you can change them, and that changes everything. Let's keep going. There's one more because we haven't talked about yet, and it might be the most important one of all. If you've been following along, you already know how small changes can have a huge impact, how something as simple as getting up and moving a little more, drinking more water, or shifting your self-talk can completely change the way you feel. And that's the power of awareness. When you bring these hidden causes into the light, you take back control of your body, your mind, and your life. Now let's talk about the fifth and final hidden cause of aging, and in many ways, this one might be the most underestimated of them all. It's something we don't often talk about, yet it quietly affects our energy, our memory, our immunity, and even our happiness. It's poor sleep quality. Not just how long you sleep, but how well you sleep. And let's be honest, sleep tends to get trickier as we get older. Maybe you fall asleep just fine, but wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep. Or maybe you toss and turn for hours before finally drifting off, only to wake up feeling just as tired as when you went to bed. It's frustrating, and it can start to feel like that's just how it is now. But it doesn't have to be. The truth is, sleep is when your body does its best healing. It's when your brain clears out waste, your cells repair, your immune system resets. It's like a nightly tune-up, and if you're not getting that rest, you're missing out on one of the most powerful anti-aging tools your body naturally has. So what gets in the way of good sleep? Sometimes it's physical discomfort. Sometimes it's anxiety or an overactive mind. Sometimes it's too much light, too much caffeine, or using screens too late in the evening. But the good news is, there are things you can do, simple, calming routines that signal to your body, it's time to rest now. Try creating a gentle wind-down routine at night. Maybe you dim the lights an hour before bed, drink a cup of herbal tea, read a book, or listen to soft music. Turn off screens, yes, even the TV, a bit earlier than usual. That blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Instead, invite calm, stillness, silence. And if your mind is racing, try writing down your thoughts in a notebook before bed. Sometimes, putting worries on paper frees your mind to rest. If your sleep still struggles, talk to your doctor. It could be a vitamin imbalance or even something as simple as needing a new pillow. Whatever the cause, know that your sleep can get better, and when it does, everything else improves with it, your memory, your mood, your energy, even your skin. So now we've talked about 5 hidden causes of aging, things that don't always get the spotlight, but absolutely deserve your attention. And what's so powerful about these is that they're all within your control. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need to buy expensive gadgets or follow extreme routines. These are small, practical shifts, ones you can start today, right now, from wherever you are. You're never too old to feel young again. You're never too far gone to start fresh. And you're certainly not powerless in the face of aging. In fact, the opposite is true. Every choice you make is a vote for your future self, the one who moves with ease, wakes up with energy, and smiles more often just because life feels good. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this: aging is not your enemy. It's a teacher. It shows us what matters. It reminds us to slow down, to savor, to be intentional. But it doesn't mean you stop growing, or that your best days are behind you. If anything, they can still be ahead of you, full of clarity, strength, and purpose. Small steps, taken consistently, can lead to massive change. One glass of water. One walk around the block. One kind word to yourself. One earlier bedtime. That's all it takes to begin. And when you begin, you build momentum. That momentum builds confidence. And before you know it, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. I'd love to hear from you. What's one small thing you're going to try this week to feel younger and stronger? Let me know in the comments. And if this video spoke to you, give it a like and subscribe for more honest, helpful tips to support you on your journey. You've got so much wisdom, so much life left to live. And the best part? You're just getting started. Here's to living your best life at any age.